I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11 Episode 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So we have Portia. She said at the reunion this is her year. She's going to get her a man. She's going to get it engaged, get married, put some beans in that oven. I was like, okay. She put it out there and she found her man. His name is Dennis. He has several businesses, several lounges. He has a hot dog truck. He got it going on. So these two, they go out engagement ring shopping, looking for rings. It costs as much as some people's houses. My grandma told me she spent $6,000 on her house like 70 years ago, and she paid $50 a month in her mortgage. Now, y'all, these rings were beautiful. For me, I couldn't see myself walking down the street with this ring because I'd be scared somebody's gonna knock me over the head from a ring. Now, I like jewelry, but I don't love it like that. I have like I have my wedding set. I have my birthstone that I got when I turned 16, the earrings to match, and I have another birthstone set. That is the only jewelry I wear. I like looking at jewelry, but I don't like having jewelry, if that makes sense. I like, ooh, that looks so cute, but, you know, I wouldn't buy it. That's the type of person I am, but I was like, oh my goodness, those diamonds are gorgeous. They just looked all nice and shiny, but I was like, that's just not for me. Like, some people love to buy jewelry or get jewelry and to wear it. Not me. I just like looking at jewelry. So I'm like, okay, Portia. She says she's happy with this man. They met like 5 months ago through some other friends, and she think he's the one. She been hitting this whole episode. She want this man to propose. But I was like, 5 months seem like it's a little rush, but like when you know, and if y'all got that chemistry and y'all don't see yourself with anybody else, I'm like, okay, but just don't jump into it just thinking, you know, this is a man, I need to trap him down right now. That's where I'm going at it with, y'all know what I'm saying. So y'all, we just gonna have to keep on praying for Greg. Y'all know last season he was having some issues with his heart. You know, they didn't got that under control. But then he was having some sorts of pain in his stomach, and come to find out he has stage 3, I think it's stage 3 colon cancer. Yeah, so he didn't have his surgery. They didn't remove the cancer, but now he's going through the chemo and radiation afterwards, which that is nothing to joke with. Like, it's basically, it's not killing you, it's killing off the cells, and it makes you feel like, oh my goodness, I just can't deal through this no more. So, like, his was so bad, but in a way they found it at a good time that the doctors wanted to perform operation that night. Like, he went to the hospital complaining of pain, and it was like, oh, we getting you into surgery, like, this night. We not waiting for you to do all kinds of things. We taking you into surgery right now. And Greg seems to be in high spirits. So like, yeah, this is a hand I was there. Just go ahead and deal with it. They done took a chunk of my colon out, but then he's like, don't say it. It was like, that's what happened. They took the cancerous part out, so that's good. He's just going with, you know, making sure everything else is fine. And it was so bad that Greg was scared that he wasn't gonna make it off the operating table. Had the doctors, he wrote a note and told the doctor to give the note to Nene just in case he doesn't make it. Now, y'all, we all love Greg. Greg is always making us laugh, and he's always upbeat. But to see him like this, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. Like, my husband was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis like 2 years ago, and he handled it so much better than I did. Like, he had already known that something was going to happen to him. I don't know what it was. He was like, he just knew as a teenager something was going to happen to him. So when he had the diagnosis, he didn't think nothing of it. Like, I noticed some things, but I'm like, why is your thumb, you know, twitching like that? He didn't pay no mind, but I was like, when I went to the doctor, I had to talk to the doctor, like, look, my husband's finger is doing this. What does this mean? We got him over to a specialist. They got him on medication now. He's doing good. But, like, when he first told me, he just, like, they said it's multiple sclerosis. I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm up there freaking out. And he's basically like, oh, yeah, they're going to give me some medicine. I'm going to be fine. Like, he was so, I guess he had been preparing for this, if you will. But I took it worse than him. Like, still to this day, I'm, like, still, like, scared and nervous about it. But he's like, take my medicine and I'm exercising. I'm fine. I don't know what you over there tripping about. But I'm that person. I'm like my mama, who is like her mama, that like I overreact to things and I just go for the worst in certain situations, just like I did right there. But we gonna continue to pray for Greg and make sure Greg is all right. So Eva and her family, they are complete now. She even had her beautiful baby boy, Michael Jr. So they having family pictures taken. Everybody in jeans. Everybody looking nice and cute. She's recently engaged. She's still out here booking modeling gigs. She's doing it all. I was like, go ahead, Eva. Because I remember watching that season when she won. And I was kind of hoping that Yaya had won, but that wasn't in her cards. She acting now. But I was like, yeah, I remember that season. I was watching Top Model from like season 2 to like, I don't know. After that first season when it was men and women on there, I kind of like fell off of Top Model. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about her family photos, her trying to get everything in line for her wedding and what's going on. We taking family pictures. We happy. Her fiance, like, he looks to her daughter as like it's his daughter. He didn't know the child till she was 1 year old. So this is the only daddy she knew. Now, through social media, her child's biological father, he seemed like he a lot. So in extra and not in a good way. Well, what is extra in a good way? But anyway, like, he seemed like the more stable father figure in her life. So we happy about that. Yeah, and she's talking about some of this wedding is stressing her out, like, who gonna be in the wedding party? Who are we inviting? Y'all, I am just so glad that I didn't have to go through none of that. Me and my husband, we was gonna go down to the Justice of the Peace and just call it a day. But his mama and his cousin got a wind of that. And next thing you know, they planning my whole wedding. Basically, all I had to do was show up in a dress. That is all I had to do. Besides going, to the courthouse and, filing a paper to get married and all that stuff. All I had to do was get a dress and show up. And that's what I did. His cousin decorated. I kind of helped too, but she decorated the church because that's her thing. Parties, that is her specialty. Decorate the church, the venue where we had the wedding at, all the decoration on it. They did all that. I just had to show up. Bought me a dress for cheap at Dillard's, and it looked like a wedding dress, whether it was one or not, and it was fine. I could not see myself trying to plan this over the top wedding because I would have been stressed out. I've been like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. I'm just glad I didn't have to go through that. I guess weddings are stressful. I didn't have to do that, and I'm glad. So she's like, I'm trying to do this. She didn't already got, snatched back from that baby. I was like, I wish I could get the snatch back, even though I ain't had no baby. But I love to eat fried food and sweets and not exercise, and that's my problem. That ain't got nothing to do with the video. So Candy's like, Ace, he's 2.5 now. Maybe it's time for us to have another baby. And Riley was like, I seen the way y'all parent children, and yeah, I'm good. I don't want no more siblings. Me and stepsister, I'm 15, she 22 right now, Ace 2. Nah, we good. We don't need no more in our life. She's like, I thought you wanted a little sister. She's like, yeah. Until Ace came along, I realized, that those wasn't in my card. I don't want those to be in my card. She's like, she still has like a few eggs left. Now, I don't know if these are fertilized eggs or just eggs itself, and she just doesn't want them to go to waste. But Riley feels like, when I was little, you was always around. I didn't even think you had a job, mama. I just, I didn't know. I was young. You was always there. Now it's like y'all come in like, okay, we leaving in the morning. We gonna be gone for 2 days. Grandma gonna be here or whoever watch y'all gonna be fine. And y'all just be up and on the run all the time and like, I ain't got time for that. We don't need no more babies. Now my mama told me that when I was younger, I wanted a little brother. Until she started watching my little cousin for another cousin. And I realized that if I have a little brother, all the attention's gonna be gone for me, and I can't have that in my life. And as a 3-year-old child, I let my mama know I don't want no brother no more. I don't want that. No, that is not for me. I still want to be the baby. That's what I want in my life. And I was that baby until grandchildren came along, and I was just kicked to the side. I mean, I still had my little sister, but I was still a baby, even though she was a baby. But once grandkids came into the picture, oh no, I was no longer the baby, and I felt some type of way. But they had to let her know, like, we are always on, going out of town, making business meetings and all that stuff, is because so we can afford this lifestyle. You like those fancy cars we drive? Well, then I gotta work. You like going on to all these exotic locations? I gotta work. You like all these name brand clothes? Because we gotta work. Now, we can give this all up, and I can stay at home and get a regular 9 to 5 if you want, but we're not going to be able to afford this lifestyle. That's something to think about. She didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. So, Escape wins the ASCAP Awards. They seem like they bigger now than they was in the 90s. Like, they always heard about, okay, these group for the 90s, and their name was never, brought up into the category. But, Escape, they had a whole bunch of hits back in the day. So I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of everybody on the show. This wasn't so much a rule. We were just like what everybody been up to since the show's gone. Sheree, she is no longer on the show. Kenya, I think she's gonna be on as a friend, maybe. But congratulations to Kenya. I think she just had her little girl like yesterday or the day before. So congratulations to Kenya and her husband. We still gonna pray for Greg and everything. So y'all. That was the gist. If I left anything and to everything that I was going to do, that's what I'm going to do. So, if this was new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.